This is Stephanie, and this is the Mocha Minutes Podcast. Hey guys, before we get into the episode, I just want to let you know about something that's a little new here at the Mocha Minutes Podcast. We are now participating in Buy Me a Coffee. So if you haven't heard, buymeacoffee.com is a place where you can show some support and some love monetarily to some of your favorite content creators. That includes me. So it's in the increments of either $1, $3, or $5, and you can do as many as you would like. So I just wanted to let you guys know, would love some support. So if you would go to buymeacoffee.com/Mocha Minutes, I would greatly appreciate it. It will also be in the show notes. Okay, here we go. Close your eyes. Give me your hand, darling. Can you feel my heart beating? Do you understand? Can you feel the same? Am I only dreaming? Is this burning an eternal flame? Hello, and welcome to the Mocha Minutes Podcast. And my computer says hello too. Thank you so much for joining me. I don't know why that was on the tip of my tongue, but there's something about the bangles that I enjoy. Not walk like an Egyptian because it's extremely problematic, but eternal flame is an eternal bop. I'm just saying.
It is. No, it is.
I'm just saying. I'm like, every time I say it, I'm like, oh, I gotta sing it. It's like karaoke. I'm like, oh, I gotta sing it. But y'all, I am joined by my girl Selle, coming out the group chat to come on here to talk about our eternal flame, which is Bravo reality shows. Selle, how are you?
Oh, I am good. Busy per usual. You know me and Taria stay busy.
Y'all do. Booked and busy. Taria out in California. With my Eagles, they lost.
I'm sorry.
I went into this going like, I'm not gonna be disappointed, but it's like I kind of wanted the Eagles to win because Jalen Hurts is fine as fuck. He can hurt these.
Oh my God!
Like, man, let me tell you, the internet collectively coming together to lust after Jalen Hurts was the funniest thing leading up to Super Bowl. I'm like, y'all just notice how fine this boy is.
I don't watch any of the football, anything. I don't know. And I'm not even going to pretend to know.
I was like, damn, he was my best kept secret for a little while. I was like, y'all ain't know he was his friend.
He's only like 24 too.
Child, he he got, you know how like those people say, he still got milk behind his ear. I'm like, and I got something waiting for me to put on his face.
Listen, don't call me no Larsa Pippen. I was like, yeah, I said it.
You can call me Larsa. I don't know his daddy. So it's fine. Him and me were not playing the shooty hoops together and winning awards. That wasn't us, honey. So no, that's not me. I ain't doing it. But let's see. There's a couple of things. We had a few premieres. Jersey is back with a vengeance.
Child, yes it is.
There was another show that debuted last week. Pump Rules.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, we gotta talk about this. I'm like, we get 2 premieres. Oh yeah, and Summer House came out. I'm like, okay, I need a minute for Summer House, but
Child, I said I wasn't going. I was like, I'm not covering Summer
She's
House.
She's like, I'm not covering Summer House.
And then I watched and I said, now hold on, because I got some things to say. Okay. Because listen, here's my thing. I had to watch. I was at work last night, so I had to watch it this morning. And of course, I was reading stuff online, and I didn't see too much. A lot of people said it was boring, which yeah, I give them that. People would have had me to believe that Lindsay like verbally accosted Maya. Like I see the situation. I don't think I can guarantee you that Lindsay overreacted. I'm sure she gave a reaction that was like, whoa there, girl. But we, like a lot of other shows lately, we're missing a lot. We're missing a lot.
There's like, I need to see it. I need like Maya, because I think also with Maya crying, I'm like, oh no, baby.
Why?
I'm like,
aren't you dating Oliver? It's weird.
What
it's
sign
weird.
are you? And why do I think you're a Pisces? And I love and I have a friend who's a Pisces that I love. So
she
ain't like
her
that.
birthday was
she's an
Aquarius. The day
Aquarius
before, yeah.
Well, what the heck, girl? And you doing all this whimpering?
But she was crying like a Pisces.
Or Cancer, like Pisces or Cancer. That's why I was like, hold up, which one are you? Aquarius is not even on my radar.
I'm a double Aquarius, so I'm a Aries sun and then Aquarius rising.
Ooh.
And moon. Yeah, but like when she started crying, I was taken aback.
Wait a minute, like, are y'all sure you're just friends? Because when they said Family Feud, I'm like, I remember that Family Feud.
Right, me too.
I was like, that wasn't that long ago, but it's like, okay,
I think Maya is very sensitive.
She is very sensitive.
Because
she really is.
I'm I be thinking with the brain. All right, when these things happen, I like to reach back. I remember last year when she was getting upset about like people not spending time with her and things like that. Mm-hmm. I was kind of like, okay. Mm-hmm. Because I found it weird, mm-hmm. and not funny weird, like weird. Okay. Yeah. That people had a lot of smoke for Danielle and Lindsay, namely Lindsay. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, you're not making her feel welcome. Paige and Sierra tried to play into that as well. And I was like, I actually seem to remember.
Y'all weren't that welcoming to her
either.
Exactly.
Danielle and Lindsay were going out. They asked, or Maya asked if she could come. They said, mm-hmm. we would let you, but if it were up to us, yes, but we're joining somebody else's section. That's very embarrassing to come, like bring an extra person, and then somebody says they can't come in.
Yeah,
that's embarrassing.
It's like,
for
would
them.
You want? Yeah, because it's like this is also during the pepperoni pizza, so that was the other part of
exactly.
This.
And then she went to Sierra and Paige, and they were like, "Oh, well, we're laying in bed."
With moldy food in that room. I'm like, y'all don't
like
smell anything?
No, I just no. Well, I know the house stinks. So I'm just like, okay. And I found it funny that Paige at the beginning was like, I texted Lindsay and I said, any problem I've ever had with you, I don't care anymore. And Lindsay said, same. Well, baby, first and foremost, Lindsay ain't never had no problem with you.
You had a problem with Lindsay.
Ain't never had no problem with you, Paige. You and I, like, one of the things I find the weirdest is they try to take Lindsay versus Paige back to that season, back to like the pandemic season, the 2020 season. Mm-hmm. It's not there. Lindsay wasn't involved in any of that shit. That was Hannah and Amanda and Kyle.
Correct.
And then Hannah's gone, and Paige wants us to believe that Lindsay the problem. What Lindsay was yelling about sandwiches.
Hello.
She was involved. She was doing what she knew best and being self-involved.
She's mad he wasn't making her an Italian sub. And like, this is why I'm looking at Kyle so super weird right now. Because she surely took your side in all of this.
Yep.
And was taking your side in everything. So to watch you do this thing where it's like, oh, she is not working out for Carl, because the man who literally has an alcohol problem, he's not just somebody who gets pissy drunk and then does something else. Like, that man literally had a drinking problem.
Kyle has a drinking problem too. And like, that's what I'm starting to get irritated about, because my husband doesn't have a drinking problem, right? Yeah. And there's just no way in hell. And he's also not 40. He's 32. There is no way in fucking hell at 32, married to me with not a drinking problem, he would be flashing his fucking dick to a party of people.
Yeah. Kyle is about to turn fucking 40.
No, he is 40 now.
That's right. During the season, he was.
And during this season, he's turning 40. Like, and then I'm talking about having kids with this man.
Girl, Amanda was crying because she couldn't find your ass because you were so pissy drunk.
The season premiere, last year, she called you like 87 times. The amount of times we have heard Amanda ask Kyle, do you want to be single? And he says yes, or something to that effect. The amount of times we have heard Kyle say, I don't want to live like this. You are so fucking annoying. Right. I'm sorry. Are we okay? But we're talking about Lindsay not being good for Carl.
Kyle. And it's like, Kyle going, oh my God, he has changed. I'm like, baby, you should change. I mean, I feel like maybe you should get a Lindsay because you had an Amanda, girl.
And I think, listen, I do have to take this back. I know that we all love Carl 6.0, but I do have to take it back because, like, even though Carl is reformed for like the 6th or 7th time now, on the inside, Carl is still an asshole. And what I really realized between this situation, Maya, Carl, Lindsay, is I think that Carl is letting Lindsay take the fall for a lot of stuff, because I do think that to a certain degree, he can't physically say, or he's having a problem like separating from the Carl that he used to be, which is fine. Okay. Being sober and experiencing the stuff that he's experienced, it's life-changing. It's traumatic. It definitely is. But he's got Lindsay, who is his best friend. He knows her, and he knows she's going to be wildly going to be very overprotective. He knew that. And he cannot stand up. I think that with the situation with Maya, so he, you know, they've smoked before. Apparently they blaze up all the time. I think that from what Lindsay explains, he was struggling. She says you were struggling at the time, but Carl can't say that. I think he has an issue saying.
Yeah, because you're just letting her take the fall in that. It's kind of like Lindsay. Yeah, this is when I'm like telling people like Lindsay is a Leo, and I'm gonna tell you exactly why. The way she's so very protective of Carl. And it's like, I'll eat this. I'm like, no, I'm saying this because I'm trying to protect you. That is such Leo behavior that is scary.
And even the way she was saying, she goes, somebody has to be the adult here. I am the adult. I was like, that's that part. I was like, she a Leo. I was like, girl, Lindsay is a Leo. I was like, and this is my thing. Lindsay, there is no winning with her. When Lindsay handles situations the way we know Lindsay to handle situations, it's there she is. There she is. Here she goes. Don't. But when they can't get a rise, when they can't get a rise out of her, like they couldn't in Winter House, it was like you Paige yelling at Austin, talking about, oh, you couldn't stand up to Lindsay when it wasn't applicable. Listen. Moving into this next phase of Bravo shows, I'm gonna start telling people that get off subject that they need to get back on subject. If we're not yelling about Lindsay, don't bring up Lindsay. Okay? Like that shit is so fucking annoying to me. So fucking annoying. Just much like this conversation around Love is Blind right now. Like y'all cannot be sitting here talking about Nancy need to worry about herself. Nancy was asked a question about Cole. So if you got a problem with that, you need to talk to the interviewer.
Wait, why were they at? Oh Lord. Yeah. So like sidebar, y'all, Zelle's coming back because we are going to talk about after the altar. And we're doing this after that damn interview.
I'm so mad she gave it to Nick Viall.
Nick Viall. I'm like, no, he's Viall. I'm sorry.
I'm so annoyed she gave him that interview. Like you could have done anybody else.
No, excuse me. Was Rachel Lindsay busy?
Cammy Crawford.
Hello? Cammy I adore her.
I love her.
I was like, I loved her. I love her. And I was like, oh my gosh, she does have a podcast. And I finished that episode with Kayla Nicole. And I was like, yeah, why am I not surprised by any of this?
I meant to text you and ask you if you finished it.
I was like, when she was talking, I'm like, I don't have white privilege. Sir, you're a whole big old white man. Shut up.
Listen, I've been fighting for my life on the internet because I need Black women, Black people to release Travis Kelce. Like we don't need to keep him. We don't need to be arguing about why he is the way he is, especially not during Black History Month.
Not when his whole brother that lived in the whole house. Y'all, I'm like, why they act different? I'm like, you do realize they weren't. Excuse me, they are not country and city mics here. They grew up in the same damn house.
Same house, parents still together. And people talking about, well, you know, Cleveland Heights, not what y'all think it is. It's like 10 minutes from the hood. Baby, first of all, I'm from St. Louis. Point your car in any direction and you are about 5 to 10 minutes away from any hood. Even the richest parts of St. Louis. Like that, let's not act like that's how most of America is.
It's like, so if that's the
you
case,
could be in Beverly Hills and point your car the right way and get to South Central.
Hello? It's like, so y'all, that's still not explaining Jason Kelce.
No.
That's his damn brother. Like, what are y'all doing here?
And then people were like, oh, well, Travis grew up playing basketball and Jason grew up playing hockey. Same
what are y'all talking about?
What?
I'm like, what? Like, it's like, what's not clicking? What's like,
and
what is happening?
Don't think the reason it literally chaps my fucking ass is because he had that show back in the day on like 6-7 years ago where like when I first saw Travis Kelce, I was like, ooh, that's fine. And he's fine. Like I can definitely recognize that the man is fine. Duh.
Correct.
But he was not giving all of this. He was not giving the dance moves. He was not giving, I mean, his ears were pierced, but it wasn't a big old diamond. He did not have a fade. The man looked like the third member of the Chainsmokers. He definitely was not talking like that in that show.
That is so oddly specific, by the way.
And further fucking more. I know wardrobe can change, but like he was not dripped out like that. And none of the friends that they brought on that show, they were not Black people.
That's what I'm saying.
They had like Eric and Jesse Decker.
All these, it's like, oh, Lord have mercy, that man. The thing about this is like, ma'am, people been giving they've been giving Travis way too much. I'm like, yeah, girl.
And that's I guess. No, not even I guess, because like when he was everybody, I went to the show for the Rihanna concert. I didn't go to see the football. I didn't go for that. So once Rihanna got off stage, Giselle left. She went home. Okay. And for me, we still could have had a Potomac reunion that night. But I literally got on the internet, on Twitter, and everybody was like, whoo, Travis Kelce scared us. We thought he was about to say it. I said, say what? Say what? And I started looking, and I guess he had a moment where he was like, amen. And everyone was like, we thought he was about to say it. I said, okay, so even if Travis Kelce grew up in the hood,
y'all would have literally let that man slide.
No, he does not get a slide. I don't care if I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the people who hashtag y'all. You know how we do. Right. But like, I don't care if he did grow up the hood. He can't say that shit. And when I tell white people, other Black people all the time who give out passes, just because your Black friend gave you a pass, that is not applicable when you're talking to me. Terms and conditions may vary, bitch. So tread lightly.
What terms and conditions?
Tread lightly. Don't come over here. If I fucking tell you, don't talk like that in front of me. When it comes to Black people shit, when it comes to racist matters, don't fucking talk like that. Okay? When you like, be for fucking real. Be for fucking real. Like I can't. And he's not with Kayla anymore. Okay. No. I'm married to a white man. Charlie gets no passes. He gets no passes. He gets the privilege of being married to me because hello. But he don't get to say, if Charlie came in the house talking about ain't nan one, I would say, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Ain't nan, you don't talk like that, Charles. Stop.
That's what I was like. And the thing about it is like when you look at Travis Kelce, like he hangs out with, and that's the thing. Patrick is my homeboy. He really is. I really do think he's a great QB, right? But I'm sitting here like, yeah, your swag pass cannot be Patrick Mahomes. It can't. No, it really can't be. I'm like, and I think he's cool, but he ain't. It's really funny.
I be trying.
Patrick's Mahomes is the square that y'all think Russell Wilson is.
Thank you.
It's like, that's who y'all think Russell is.
Hello? Oh my God, I'm so glad you said it.
Because I'm like, he is a square and he's a simp, he's a clown. I'm like, yeah. Oh, okay.
I have to tread lightly when it comes to Patrick Mahomes, and I hate. I want y'all to know,
I think he's really cool, but he ain't got the swag that y'all think. He ain't no Jalen.
I can't stand his wife.
She is interesting.
That
I don't want to talk about the children. I'm gonna shut the hell up.
Let me just so hard because as a woman, I'm like, I'm with my girls, but there is a certain amount of Caucasianness that girl possesses, and I can tell that let me rephrase this. It seems like to me he would be quick to get an attitude with like a Black woman who may be related to him in a different way, or something like that. And I'm not even gonna say them kids, because Patrick Mahomes is mixed and his wife is white, so them kids they don't give mixed.
No,
they don't give biracial. Okay, and that's how I'm gonna leave it at that. But
I'm gonna be quiet.
I can tell she's a fucking Karen. Like, if you've ever seen
something
any
in
of
somebody,
her, she's done a lot.
She did something, and I was like,
she's done a lot. She's done a lot. And like, if Kayla, my thing is if Kayla acted the way Brittany, that's Patrick's wife, the way Brittany acted, she would have no.
People would never let her rest. They really wouldn't.
Never.
They would never. It's like she would never know peace. She really would not. And it's kind of like you go, and I've seen, but when I try not to, I really don't pay attention to her too much. I really don't, for several reasons. But I think if Kayla had been as annoying as allegedly, and I'm saying allegedly because then this is based on what everybody be saying about Brittany Lynn, yeah, y'all would never know peace. I'm saying allegedly because you know what? I don't have time for the Favres of the world saying, "Let me just sue you." Sir, you get on my face.
I don't, and let me be like very clear. When men talk about her, I don't like that. Like, I'm like, y'all be like, they rarely stay on track.
Coming from us,
they rarely stay on track. Like, she definitely has had some, like, there were some tweets, I would have to go back and find them, but there were some tweets like last season before that I was like, girl, you need to
be quiet. You need to be quiet.
You need to calm that ass down, okay? Because babes,
please, girl, please stop talking.
Men,
I don't like this girl's phone.
Yeah, I don't like when men talk about her or his brother, because I'm like, y'all not staying. His brother get on my nerves too. Okay, his brother get on my nerves too, but it's like not too much. Okay, y'all. Some of like the toxic sports dudes, they need to calm down.
The stools at bars, they need to cut it out.
Yeah, and I don't really like when people like take videos of them and like they catch an eye roll from him. Y'all, they married. Catch me at any given time, I am rolling my fucking eyes at my husband. Please. At any given time, I am getting on his nerves.
Yeah, because when at the Golden Globes, I think it was the Golden Globes, or Golden Globes.
Yeah,
Grammys. That's what it was.
Yeah.
When I tell you, they're like, "Oh my God, this is Trouble in Paradise."
Oh yeah.
Like, y'all really think that Benjamin Affleck don't be getting on her damn nerves at least 1 minute of the day?
It really didn't
y'all just
seem like that big of a deal to me either.
It's like, why you act like she like backhanded him or something?
Yeah.
Like, it looked like stop acting like Benjamin wouldn't get on y'all nerves at least maybe 10 minutes out of a 24-hour day.
It really didn't seem like that big of a deal to me. It looked like he said something and she was like, Ben.
Like, okay, what were you thinking?
Kind of like, yeah, it was like,
that's
Ben.
How it looked to me.
But when she turns around and she looks dead in the camera, I get that reaction because people look like they're celebrities. I already know that she probably was like, God damn, they finna pick that shit up and I'm gonna see it for the next week. It's
I'm gonna be a meme in 2 minutes.
Yeah, I cannot imagine like telling my husband, like, Charlie, stop. Okay, and then I turn around and then I got to hear about it for a week. I don't even care what the fuck I had to tell the boy to stop.
And Charlie, I'm like, Charlie probably did something to get on her nerves.
Exactly. It's like I tell my husband to stop a lot of shit all the time. Like, he's a man. They're annoying. Like, I don't need to relive that shit all day. Like, and people over analyzing it who don't know anything.
Right. I was like, are y'all okay? Okay. So when it comes to it's been a week of what the hell is on Bravo. Pump Rules, I swear to beans, is going to be taking me out all damn season because of the Lauren from Utah of it all. Because she wants mafia level loyalty from the people on this show, and that's actually kind of wild. And you're asking a white man to not be a white man. I'm like, girl, what?
I have to like sit with my thoughts when it comes to Lauren from Utah, because y'all know I'm not a big fan of hers. The cultural appropriation, you cannot tell me that she was not shaking in her motherfucking boots when all them firings started happening.
Mm-hmm.
I know she was, but I feel so weird about the whole her and Randall of it all. Mm-hmm. Because like the knee-jerk reaction in me is like, well, bitch, what did you think was going to happen? Right.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't think anything can prepare you for like those type, like being in the center of those types of allegations. I don't think like even like Harvey Weinstein's wife, for example, he may have known that like her husband was, I don't know. I don't think that she knew her husband was a predator.
No, you know I mean?
No. She might have known that he was carrying on affairs. And I can't say that he was carrying on affairs because that's an affair insinuates consensual.
Yeah.
But like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But I don't think that like she knew. I don't think that any woman really enters a relationship thinking, okay, this man that I am with, like knowingly thinks this man that I am with is a predator.
Right.
So when it comes to him, I have to separate the two. When it comes to Randall cheating on Lala, I'm like, bitch, you get none of my sympathy.
Correct.
You get negative sympathy from me because you are the person that he cheated on his ex-wife with. Correct. You are the person that his ex-wife was on Instagram telling you, stay away from my fucking kids.
Correct.
That was you, baby girl. You literally, Ariana even said, she goes, no, we knew last season. She said, we knew that Lala was sleeping with a married man and we covered for her because those Stassi, Kristen, they were in her motherfucking ass, calling her all types of hoes from Monday to Sunday.
Correct.
And Ariana and Sheena were like, no. That's some good ass friends. Okay. Correct. Those are some good ass friends. So I don't feel bad because all he did was have a baby with you and then do the same thing he did. Lala, baby girl, he took your Gucci slides when y'all got into a fight. I am not rich, but I can afford Gucci slides. Nigga, if you take my shoes when I tell you I'm unhappy with you, we have nothing else to talk about. You keep them shoes, you keep all of it. I don't care. But she still had a baby with him.
Yeah, that part. See, I think that's the part that I'm like, I'm sorry, Lala. I'm stuck there.
Yeah.
I'm stuck there.
And like, you know, people have pulled out the receipts because when you're on TV for so long, people, you know, circles become circles. People gonna pull out a receipt, and they say, honey, and they say, oh, she said that they were role playing, and you know, she was playing the girl who wants the part so bad. I'm not gonna lie, I don't read too much into that, just because like people role play a lot of shit, right? People role play a lot of shit. Sometimes it gets, I don't want to kink shame, but it get, in the words of Kiki Palmer, it get a little spooky ooky. Okay. I'll be like, I'm sitting there like, okay, I'm not gonna shame y'all, but not for me. Not for me. All right. But I don't read too much into that. But when it comes to the allegations, yeah, I feel bad for her that she has to fight custody for her child with this fucking man. Right. Because Randall, be for fucking real, you're not really trying to have this kid half the time. Because do you have the other kids half the time? You're just trying to not pay 2 different baby mamas. And he like threatened, he's got some proceedings with the ex-wife because he like threatened her life or something. So like that
doesn't she have a restraining order?
Yeah. Then like I don't think people understand how hard it is to get an actual restraining order, especially as a woman against a man and a white man at that.
Yeah, it's like, how you get this restraining order on this white man? How you get this to happen?
You need that. There was evidence there, so it's one of them things where I'm like, Lauren, but am I surprised that Schwartz just had to go play pickleball with him. No, but
No.
I saw somebody say this, and I think it might be true because Vanderpump Rules good for an innuendo and a code word. Somebody was saying that they don't think pickleball is pickleball, that they were gambling.
Oh.
That they went to gamble. I said, oh. Because
that's totes different, girl.
The thing that was so confusing to me, at one point, Schwartz said it had been 7 months. Like he was like, yeah, I went to go play pickleball with Randall. It had been 7 months. I said, I know you fucking lying. 7 months? I don't remember last time I played pickleball. I don't remember last time I played pickleball. It might be 20 fucking years. And you're telling me you were craving playing pickleball so bad that you know the month? Be for fucking real. And then that's when it hit me when somebody said that. I said, oh, I could see that. I said, I could see that because Schwartz has an addictive personality. And I could tell when, like when
special,
Jackson, barf, tomato.
So, yeah, because it was a lot going on. And I know this season's going to be a lot. You got Lala over here saying, look, I need blind loyalty. And if you're like hanging out with Russ, like Randall, you're dead to me. You got the James Kennedy of all, another like ridiculous person. White Kanye be cracking me up, but it's really like, and then the whole Raquel of it all. When I tell you, when homegirl was on a red carpet and said, oh, I found out that Lala and James hooked up when we were dating. Do you know how much I'm like, okay, Raquel, I need you to come to my house because I need to teach you how to fight. I gotta beat her ass. It's like
Raquel,
this girl has been playing in your face for years. She always had like slick shit to say to you. I'm sorry. You come to that reunion, grease your palm and smack her right in her face. Lauren been playing with you because one is like, Raquel, stop taking this from Lauren. Because this look like she can fight.
No, she can't. That's it. And I say that all the time. She tries it with people. She tries it with people. She knew Billy wasn't going to beat her ass.
Right.
She knew Billy wasn't going to beat her.
Billy knew how to fight.
Like, Billy absolutely knows how to fight, but Billy has more to lose. Like that would not have been a great look for Billy. I feel like
people would have been coming very transphobic at Billy.
Trying
to bring up the fact that she was born a man. I'm like, so
yeah, they would. They would.
Nothing to do with it because Lauren was cruising for a bruising.
I still don't understand the hate Billy got from people. I don't understand it. I like Billy too
a lot.
I do not fucking
somebody here. You can't keep saying you are such an ally and then don't have anybody from the community. I know people are gonna say, what about Ariana and Lala? Ariana, I'll give you that. Lauren is like, girl, shut the hell up. You munch on coochie on trend. Shut the hell up.
Right. I have to back up really quickly. Let me say this when it comes to the Lala of it all and the blind loyalty. I would have been like, okay, Lauren, I understand. Don't call a meeting with me no more. Okay.
Absolutely not.
Because like you're sober, but when you call meetings, there's not going to be any drinks. Okay. But when it comes to her, I would be like, Lala, I want you to understand that I'm not talking to Randall because I have nothing to talk to Randall about. I was only around Randall because of you. And now that you're not going to be around him, I don't have a reason to be because he's not my friend. However, when it comes to this blind loyalty, you were a menace last year.
That part.
You were screaming in all of our faces saying, my fiance is an upstanding man.
He is literally tried to weaponize Randall against great value Thor. Okay. I'm like, you were like, see, nothing like this. I'm like, well, I don't think he has any accusations, allegedly.
Well, I mean, it's not an accusation. He said that he slapped the girl when he was.
No, I'm talking about the accusations.
Oh, yeah. Randall. Okay. Yeah. He said he slapped the ex-wife, and I have such complicated feelings about that because
bothered me so much because I'm like, the only reason why we're having this conversation is because Lala's making it a big deal, and you having this conversation with Lisa Vanderpump. Last time I checked, Vanderpump is not Sheena Shea's mama.
No. The thing that, makes me feel icky about the whole Brock situation, slapping that girl, is like, no matter what, I don't care how young you were, that was always not okay.
That's not okay.
So
it's
what
like,
the fuck?
It's like,
that was always not okay.
It bothers me in a way because it was kind of like, then it's like, Sheena, I have to help you, ma'am. You fucked somebody else's husband and you have a baby with somebody else's husband. And now when the shit goes, the fans like, I didn't realize he was such a terrible person. Really? This man literally had a whole ass wife and children at home and was fucking your ass after he sucked his dick for a PJ and a Range Rover. What do you mean?
Yeah, big questions. But when it comes to fast forward, when it comes to the Raquel of it all,
I want to be her friend so bad. I'm like, we are going over there to beat her ass. Now.
No. Now Lala would definitely have to get a meeting from me. We would have to talk about something. You want to call a mob style meeting? That's one mob style meeting we gonna call, because you're not gonna have this girl calling me a Bambi-eyed bitch. And meanwhile, you're fucking her. You like James allowed so much space for Raquel to be disrespected. And that's like where I really be looking at her like, okay. But at the same time, Raquel, baby girl, did we need to kiss Tom Schwartz? Because I don't think we did.
I need to understand that, because I don't understand that. I honestly kind of also don't understand the Peter of it all. Mind you, I find Peter attractive, but I'm also fucking 40.
I find Peter so, because as somebody who worked in restaurants, you literally cannot be a GM taking your staff on dates.
That part. It's like that.
Like you can't be doing that. The way that they talk about, like, because the whole cast has said Peter has fucked multiple girls from certain, that's a problem. That's a problem.
I don't want to say great value Jax, but there's a reason why him and Jax were friends.
That's true.
It's like birds of a feather, bitch.
And then the Oliver of it all are some.
I can't wait for this to come out.
I said, like, Raquel, what are you doing?
The thing about it is, of all people, Raquel does not need to be painted as the villain here, but it's like, Raquel, she is spiraling. It's like, I like Raquel. I just want, like, girl, come here. I'm gonna be your Cyrano de Bergerac. I'm gonna tell you exactly what to say to that bitch from Utah. Say exactly what I am saying right now. Put your piece in. Put your piece in. Let me tell you.
I would literally just be like, Raquel, just let me handle it. Don't talk to her. Next time she at a party, come get me. Okay, because like I'm gonna have to.
She's there. Hold on, I'll be there in 5 minutes.
I'm gonna have to treat her ass, because like I kind of feel like Lala how I feel about Larsa Pippen, but we don't have a lot of time to get into that right now, because like people talking about, oh, Larsa ate with that comment. Larsa didn't eat. Larsa is stupid. I hate calling people stupid. I really don't like it.
I was right. You said she fucked everybody in the hospital. That's what you said.
Actually, Larsa.
It's like, that's not, you was like, see, I was right. No, bitch, you said she was literally knocking out departments at the hospital. That's what you said.
And there's a camera in front of you. You had a mic pack on. We've replayed the clip so many times. You said, I heard, and that's my thing. Okay?
I heard.
Who sat down to find resolution with Larsa? She said, I feel like we're finally starting to get to a place. She didn't say, I didn't like you when I first met you, but now you cool. That's not what she said.
That's not what she said. It's just like, how dare you not want me in your house? What do you think I am? Bitch, I don't know who the fuck you are.
Guess what? The Kardashians don't want you in their house either. That's why you got a one-way ticket back to Florida with an NDA, bitch.
See, you know what? Nope, we got to get off this train because I'm going to say something really. Nope, wait, no. Hold on. I'm going to say this. Let me tell y'all something. I'm going to say this really calmly. I have heard all of y'all who are signing petitions and wanting Robin Dixon gone. I hear you. What I want to know is, have y'all drafted your petitions for Larsa to be gone? Because allegedly she had been dating Michael Jordan's son the whole fucking season. We ain't seen his ass yet. Let me know if you keeping that.
Nicole said it in a confessional, which I know they record the confessionals afterwards. But I don't think, even with the next episode, I don't think that Lars is going to show us Michael Jordan's son. I don't think any, y'all, you know how I feel. I'm not quick to say, oh, so-and-so should be fired. It really chaps my ass when people are like, I don't like so-and-so, fire them. That's not how this shit work.
No.
That's not how this shit works.
It's like, but let me know if y'all want to keep that same energy. Excuse me. Margaret walked onto Jersey, because we can talk about Jersey, walked into Jersey with locked, frozen accounts. We ain't hear nothing about that. It never came up. But live your whole authentic lives. She ain't talk about them lawsuits too, like the reunion and or her second season on the show. Y'all can miss me with this whole be authentic. No, everybody who is a housewife, they craft a certain image. Some shit they don't even bring up. They don't bring it up. Nobody spills their own tea. I'm like, but if y'all gonna be putting this petition out for Robin, which, girl, what? That's a waste of a petition.
You know how I feel. I think that the move to me said that Robin has done herself. Like, I think she does. I think she and her and Juan, I feel like, to me, it felt like they decided already we're not coming back next season. Now, I could be wrong. You know what I mean?
And that's just what this, it's like after
that's just what this gives me with, everybody saying what they're saying about everything going on in Coppin State. And then just like, it just does feel like that was her way of being like, I mean, I'm gonna say this because it doesn't matter. I'm done. I know I'm not coming back anyways. And it like kind of felt like the Cynthia Bailey to me at the when her that's what it felt like. I felt like she, and if maybe not full time either. What I think, if they don't change anybody next season, I won't be mad. With Potomac, what I say, and I know for a fact because I've said this on a podcast and people have been in my inbox and like that have insider information. They're like, girl, you're right. I said, I know, because I'll be right. Bravo absolutely is, as we speak, is sending out those new contracts to them housewives. If you plan on being a full-time housewife, here are the rules and regulations for internet side job comments between Lisa Rinna, how Lisa Rinna and the Beverly Hills ladies acted on Instagram this past year, and everything else going on. They're like, you know what? We had enough of y'all heifers.
Because it's like Rinna was doing a tweet or delete every damn day.
Exactly. I said they definitely, Bravo, NBC Universal has to be typing up them new.
Sure. Like, I guess we got to add some more fine print. Okay.
I don't think they really had anything in the first place because it's one of those things. We had blogs before. We never had to deal with anything to this degree. And it's like, okay, the Housewives part, that especially with having more fan accounts and things like that, it kind of does make it fun, kind of. Okay, because some of these fan accounts, like y'all are weird. Okay. Weirdos. It's like it makes it fun to a certain degree, but now we're crossing a line. So we need to put some rules in place. And I just know they are. I know they are.
They're going to have to, because the thing about it is, like, I really think it is, even though it's like a whisper and people are like it hasn't been found to be true. I have a feeling that they're like, stop going after your coworkers. We're going to start finding your ass. I think they do actually get in trouble for that, because I remember the blogs, and the thing about it, during the reunions, that their blogs used to come up. It's like, okay, well, you said in your blog about this episode, and I'm like, all of a sudden, I'm like, why y'all not doing it? Because they probably were like, yeah, we're not going to do this anymore. I'm like, y'all would keep adding stuff.
I think when it comes to Beverly Hills, and I think when it comes to Potomac, because those two have the takedown seasons the worst, I do think there needs to be a staff meeting. Okay. And we need to get some things clear. These are the rules and regulations for your job. You are not a producer. If you would like to be a producer, we will send you the link and you can get online and apply. Please put down any references you have that may help us out. But that needs to be, because the ghost producing, that's gone too far at this point.
Yeah.
We never used to see when it was happening back in the day. Now it's obvious, and it's getting in the way of the housewives doing their actual jobs.
Correct. Because now it's like, oh Lord, is this for real?
Like, I don't need to see, when you sit down and think about it, we don't see a ton of husband stuff. We don't see a ton of kid stuff. I mean, we saw Grace at the beginning of the season, Potomac, and then we saw the girls at the, at the end. We don't really see a lot, but they're probably saying, listen, y'all cannot sit here and focus solely on a rumor, okay, and this and this and that, while also not telling a story about yourself. Whatever that story may be, whatever it is you want to tell, you cannot be focused on being so mad at somebody that you refuse to film with them. Or you refuse to talk when they're around. Like, we can't do that. We cannot have that, because it's not up to y'all to decide who is on the cast and who's off the cast.
Yeah, because the thing about it is, it's kind of like we can't keep doing this. It's like we can't just like. This is the thing about like Housewives. It's reality TV and not reality. Because in reality, if you don't like a bitch, I ain't got to sit around and talk to your ass. On reality TV, y'all gonna have some sort of conflict resolution. If y'all fight on camera, resolve it on camera. But there's way too much behind. Honey, you know what? That's the other person. Why come y'all not mad at Ashley? Because homegirl before this was like dancing on the tickety tocks and was with a full head saying we gonna see so much about her divorce. Really? What we see? Notice y'all ain't really coming after Ashley about because Ashley, you said
that clip from the reunion of Ashley saying it's not looking good for me, and Wendy in the back, why you sign that? That's so genuine.
When I tell you, I'm like, let me know. It's like, and the thing about it, Potomac is my favorite franchise. When I tell you the 4 OGs, please understand, I'm not saying that Robin withheld. I'm like, I'm sorry. I think she's just tired of being embarrassed. That's why she ain't say nothing. However, the other 3 OGs on this show, they not don't show their life either. So if you're going to hold Robin to the standard, please add Karen. Tell me what her storyline was. It wasn't being
Dirty Bird
or Jasmine Masters show. It wasn't her being at the improv. It wasn't her in that 17-wick candle that she's allegedly having. It's her new hairline. Oh, I'm sorry. What happened to that wig line you had, Karen?
You can't. And this is the thing. Like, so I stress this all the time. There are always the dynamics always need to be shifting, and I don't mean like friendship dynamics. Correct. I mean like, okay, Giselle played the messy part this time, and then we passing the ball over here to Candace, and then we passing the ball. Okay, and then so and so is the voice of reason. You can't get stuck in, oh, I'm the funny one. You can't get stuck in, oh, I'm the villain. The dynamics always need to be changing because in every situation all the time, they're not always going to say the same. Y'all know, if you listen to me, I put it like this. To take the TV out of reality for a second and just say these women are co-workers in an office. If I don't like somebody in an office, I can't, but I'm still on a team with them. I can't go into a meeting and ignore everything that they say and vice versa. I can't go out of my way to call meetings and exclude them and say, I'm not going to be around them. We're both going to end up in HR.
Yeah, don't come to my office, Ken.
You know, like, so girl, if you that's don't stop my this. Thing. We still do have to, as far as while everybody is still employed here, we still do have to work together.
Correct.
We still have to work together. So that's the thing. And then to put the TV back into it, when somebody says something that like, they all say so many things, you know, so many things are said on these shows, you know. So it's like, okay, she got that one that time. She got that one that time. I really don't understand what's going on in Potomac because I'm still stuck on seeing that clip from Mexico where Candace and Giselle are having a conversation and Candace tells her you didn't do it properly. And Giselle says, I'll give you that. What? Why is this something we didn't see?
Correct.
We have spent this whole season talking about Chris and the rumor or allegations, but y'all didn't want to show us
that part. Yeah, so you bring it up like it wasn't said correctly. That is a perfect way to talk about Jersey.
Oh, child. Because them bitches, I shouldn't call them bitches. Them Jersey ladies don't say nothing correctly.
Let me say this, y'all. Everybody's like, you know, you have people who are team, you know, on display for Melissa or the tree huggers. And let me just say this. When I watched that little man clip from BravoCon coming after a woman being Jennifer Aiden solely because her fucking husband was upstairs, you would have never talked to her that way if William Aiden was standing next to her. I said, yup, I'm good. I'm good on that. I'm like, I am not a tree hugger, you guys. I live in the cottage that's outside the forest of tree huggers. Okay. That's where I am.
I'm an anti-Joe Gorga. I don't think anybody understands because, like, my TikTok, but you team Melissa. Didn't nobody say that?
Like,
because what y'all don't know about me is I cannot stand Joe Gorga. I cannot fucking stand that man. But gives me the ick. And like you said, I live in a cottage outside of.
I'm in a cottage outside the forest.
Because my issue with Teresa really isn't. It doesn't have anything to do with Melissa or Joe. Right. I would say fuck them too and don't talk to me. Okay, because Melissa a liar. The only thing I say is when it comes to that family dynamic, Teresa often says she's never wanted my brother and I to be close. I don't think that. I think that Teresa is putting too much giving Melissa too much credit. I think it's your brother, ma'am. I think your brother has always had some type of resentment towards you, especially once you brought Juicy Joe around. Because he don't like Juicy Joe feelings, and that was so apparent. He did exactly, not like but who he talks to about it is his wife, Melissa. Everybody thinks Melissa is the leader. It's not. It's not. Joe. Joe is the leader, and Melissa is the follower.
Because it's so easy for her to just come after Melissa, because one is like Teresa was not going to go towards Joseph. She's going to say, "Oh, Joe's acting different because of her." I'm like, right. I don't know, because let's be very clear, y'all entrance into this show, Melissa was telling you to stop. You called your sister garbage and was banging on the table. That had nothing to do with Melissa. That was you. Yeah. And I really think that because before he had Melissa, he didn't have anybody. If he went to his parents about that, they were going to say, don't talk about your sister like that. You know what I mean? Girl. Anybody else? Now he has a wife who's like, for better or for worse, in your corner. She's listening to you complain. Joey is the leader there. It's not Melissa. Melissa just going along with it and is a liar. She has no problem lying. Yeah. Because I'm like, girl, stop acting like you did not fill up Danielle Staub's Facebook inbox with messages about Teresa. Because why would she say it? Because the thing, but I still remember that reunion, and I was like, wait, what the hell is she talking about? Because I'm like, wait, Teresa got a brother? Because the way it's like the first two seasons, it was like she didn't have any other family. Yep. And I was like, wait a minute, what brother? She has a brother? Like, what the heck? She didn't even talk about her brother. You didn't see her going to stuff to hang out with them. I was like, you got a brother? And the other thing, because I do understand Teresa's thing, because Melissa was doing a lot of messaging on Facebook back then. I understand her, I think Melissa or Teresa's main thing with Joe and Melissa being on the show is that it started off with the soil of her talking shit about Teresa. Correct. But as far as Melissa wanting to be on the show, essentially all of y'all wanted to be on the show. That part. It's like, who in Paramus they want to be on the damn show? No single housewife is on that show like, oh, I just don't even really want to be here. No matter how they act, no matter how cool Teddy Mellencamp tried to act, no matter how Kim, what's 227's name? Kim, is it Kim? Not Kim Porter. Kim, Livingston. Regine. Oh, y'all know Kim Fields. Fields, yes. Like no matter how Kim Fields tried to act, they still did want to do the show. Now, once they got there, it may have been like different. This is not a good. I knew it was bad for Kim when Queen Latifah was a watch episode. She's like, I don't know what she's doing on the show. I'm like, yeah. Queen's her friend. She's like, girl, what you doing here? Yeah, because honestly, Kim Fields was way too normal for this show. Way too normal, and we don't want our housewives normal. Okay, if you want to bring Regine could be the housewife, not Kim's Fields. And even with the new girls in Jersey, I can tell that both of them definitely wanted to be on the show, and I know it's only been one episode. I don't feel like they came in and I was like, oh God, like you. And the same thing with Jennifer Aiden. Jennifer Aiden wanted to be on the show. We had a whole conversation about it. Last season or last reunion. She's been on other reality TV shows, and I'm like, she wanted to do the show. I maintain Jennifer Aiden is one of the best new housewives. She is. Ever. That's how you do it. It's like this bitch be activated during the season. She can film without your asses, and then she knock y'all down like dominoes in them damn reunions. I'm like, why are y'all playing with her? I'm like, I love Jennifer Aiden.
the fact that I have such a complicated relationship with Jennifer Aiden makes her a great housewife, because Jennifer Aiden is very loud and very wrong. I don't want her to go anywhere ever.
I was like,
I don't. That lady
I
needs to stay on my
love Jen
TV screen.
Aiden. I just like when she digging Melissa's ass. I truly
I do too.
And Margaret. I'm like, Margaret, you came at her first, and you called that woman a concubine. I'm like, bitch, I know the fuck the woman who had a husband and was fucking somebody else's husband is not calling me a concubine. I just want to know, is that who are you talking to me? You calling me a concubine?
She called her a concubine, and she also said that mail order bride shit about her brother. Now, okay. Somebody on TikTok tried to say, "Oh, you making excuses for Marge." No, I'm not making excuses for Marge. What I was saying was, I was talking about Dolores and Jennifer. Mm-hmm. Somebody started talking about, oh, Jen was called a concubine and a this and a that, and a mail order bride. I said, well, first of all, Marge said all that.
Margaret said, yeah,
Marge said all that. Not Marge, and I'm talking about Dolores. Said that. Again, we got to stay on track, okay? Right. Going in 2023, keep on track. I was talking about Dolores, so why are you talking about Marge? I don't know. And again, Marge called her sister-in-law a mail order bride, which is still fucked up, but she didn't call Melissa a mail order bride. I like facts, y'all. Like I like to have things right.
You like keep the main thing. I'm like, no, I'm talking about her and Dolo, because the whole Dolo and Jennifer of it all. I'm like, now I love Dolores. I love non-black Dolores. I love
Dolores too.
However, Dolores has been a flip-flopper ever since she's been on this show. And I love her. And it's like, girl, shut the hell up. Yes, the fuck you have been. Stop acting like Jen is like so off base. She's not that off base, but Jen, you need to dial it back. It's like, Jen, dial it back. Dolores, stop acting like you don't be flip-flopping.
Okay, so this is my thing, because I love my Dolo. And I feel like because she's a Capricorn, one of my best friends is a Capricorn.
My brother's a Capricorn, so it's like,
I feel like Dolores, it involved Frank. Okay, Frank, I know Dolores got off that season and said, you shut your motherfucking mouth, because these women ain't finna come for me the way they come for Melissa and Joey. We not gonna be next, because I'm not even married to your ass no more. Okay, I know she did. But this is I think what I felt that Dolores was trying to say was Jennifer. Mm-hmm. You are very loud in people's faces all the time when it comes to their stuff, just their stuff. You are always at the forefront. Mm-hmm. So are you really shocked that they are at the forefront of this? That's how I understood Dolores. Mm-hmm. Now, when it came to the whole cunt of it all, I was like, saying, okay, well, you're being a fucking cunt. I don't consider that. I know it is technically calling somebody a cunt. I just don't like, you need to call me. And so if you say you're acting like a cunt, that's different for me than saying, calling me a cunt. I'm still going to be mad either way, but I'm not going to say you called me a cunt. You're telling me I'm acting like one, in what you don't act like that normally.
Yeah.
That's how I see it. Okay. I think that Dolores, she knows everybody personally. Dolores was supposed to be on the show season 1.
She really was.
She had too much personal stuff going on, and she was like, it's not a good idea. If you
season 1, like she had just either left Frank or divorced Frank. I can't remember.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Something like they had something going on. But if you look in the back of seasons before Dolores was the main cast member, she's there.
She's there. Because she know everybody. She know every goddamn person on that show.
One of my favorite moments of Dolores moments is literally with the hair pull between Marge and Danielle. Well, when the water gets dumped, okay, and then Danielle opens the purse and dumps the purse out, slams everything. Off to the side, it's such a throwaway comment. Dolores is not even phased. She goes, all right, they're even. They're even. They're even. This is such a Jersey woman. She's like, all right, they're even. They're even. You poured the water. She poured out the purse. You're even. We're done.
Okay. I'm like, I can tell she used to work at a goddamn jail. Okay.
Yeah. She's like, you're even. You're done. Both of y'all are done. I'm like, this is the type of carrying on I like. When
it's over.
She's like, it's over. We're done. When I think flip flopper, like I think Karen. I don't think, you know what I mean, from Potomac. If somebody, like if Marge was like, I need you to write a character witness for me from Dolores would be like, who is this? Get somebody else to do it.
So the reason why I say flip flopper is because there was so much turmoil between everybody, and it's like you would tell one person one thing and another person the other, and they the two fighting with each other. Like, okay, so well, Dolores told me this about you. Well, she told me this about you, and it's like, yeah, Dolores has not managed how to be neutral. With Teresa, it's kind of different because Teresa will just say everything that she's going to say, and she's like, I just understand Teresa. She don't try to say Teresa's wrong or anything. Like, she's like, I just understand it. Y'all just got to get to know her. It's like,
I mean, they've known each other for a long time since they were like teenagers.
So because that whole thing with like Margaret, she was just like, you just got to get to know Teresa. It's like, fuck you. She just threw shit at me. What are you talking about?
You know, I don't think I really realized how season 1 Teresa was last year. I don't think that I realized that until she started apologizing this year. And I'm having such complicated feelings about Louis, and I know we have to wrap up soon, but like, I don't like Louis. There is some very questionable things in his past, but the way he is getting Teresa to sit down and talk,
that's what it is.
It's so baffling to me. And the way those text messages were released, and the way that he is like talking to Joe and Melissa, I'm like, listen, you're wasting your time, Lou. Okay, don't do that.
It's like
those text messages, the whole ones really broke my heart. And everybody's talking about Melissa this, Melissa that. I have a question for production. Why did y'all not put the whole text message up there?
Like, I need y'all to show the whole conversation because I think you put the nail on the head when it comes to Louis. There's something slammy about him, but he's good for Teresa. And I'm like, I don't understand how I can say that.
It's so weird.
Rubs me wrong, but he's good for her. I'm like,
yeah. And this. Those text messages really did break my heart. And that's when I knew it was Joe too, because the type, like Teresa and Melissa talking to each other, like the sister-in-laws that they are, like sending pictures, the shoes the kids like, they're at such and such at this mall. Oh, happy Easter, things like that. I said, this is a sister-in-law relationship.
Correct.
But this is where I draw the line because and where I lean more towards Teresa, because I do know, I have no doubt in my mind. I shouldn't say I know because I don't know these people. I feel like if Antonia came to Tree and said, Auntie Tree, I miss you. I feel like I can't talk to my parents. I need a safe space.
She would love it.
Teresa would bring her in open arms. I don't think Teresa would post about it. I don't think she would brag about it. I don't think she would be in the streets talking about, oh, you know, Antonia over here with me because da-da-da. I think that, and I think if we turn those tables and any 4 of Tree's girls were to go to Joe and Melissa, I do think that Melissa would try to have them with open arms, but I think Joey would be like, no. You know, Teresa can't even get her daughters under control. Teresa, kind of like they did when
they were talking about, like, oh, when she went to jail, we took care of the kids. It's like, I know you fucking lying. Not with Joe Giudice's family. He has siblings.
Yep.
Teresa has 1 sibling.
Yep.
Don't play me. It was like, now I'm like, and that was not coming from Melissa. That was coming from Joseph.
That's where I have to draw the line, because I do know that Tree would still be there for Joe and Melissa's kids no matter what. And she would not drag it out in the media. She wouldn't make it a whole big thing. I don't think that Joey, and then by proxy, Melissa would have the same, it's the same respect for her.
Because they don't now. It's like, and also, so sidebar, because I know we got to wrap up. The new Danielle is a Leo.
Oh, I love her. I'm fucking obsessed with her. It's like, because ending problematic behavior, I'm fucking obsessed with her.
I was like, oh, sweet Christmas. Because, you know, I don't know. I think it was maybe in Stars by Alyssa. I can't remember the Instagram page where it showed everybody's signs. And I'm like, yeah, that's the reason why Margaret and Jennifer don't get along, because they're same fucking sign. I'm like, nope. That totally makes sense.
Them
totally
Aries on Bravo be embarrassed for me.
And I'm like, God damn it. And so when they said Danielle's Leo, I'm like, oh shit. Because again, y'all, I share a birthday with Lindsay Hubbard. We have these same birthdays. I also share a birthday with Tinsley Mortimer. So it's like, look at the people, like, do 2 blonde white women. Then one of them, like, when they get activated, one cry a lot, the other one scream about sandwiches.
Listen, we literally have to wrap up, but I was laughing so hard because Maya said, Lindsay just sent me a text, hey girl, we good? I said, that is a Leo apology.
That is such a Leo thing. It's like, girl, we good? How you doing? Bitch, you just cussed me out. Yeah, anyway, that was yesterday. So
I said, that's a Leo apology. I said, if a Leo comes to you and says, I'm so sorry, that's a cry for help. Without any decoration on why why they weren't all the way wrong, that's a cry for help. you might want to
over
alert
40,
the
so it's like it takes you at least 37 years of being a Leo before you can get to that place. But yeah, so let's wrap it on up. Giselle, thank you for being here. Tell everybody how they can find you. Like I can't tell them, but
of course, y'all already know you can find me over at my podcast at Who Asked Me Podcast, on Instagram, Who Asked Me at Who Asked Me Podcast, and on the TikTok, probably arguing in somebody's comments at Who Asked Zelle. Zelle is Selle.
Yes. Yeah. And she will be back because we'll be talking about Barstool and Love is Blind After the Altar.
God.
And Raven. And I don't want to call her Bird because that's rude. All right, y'all. I will be back next week